Coach, second win over San Diego tonight this season. What are some thoughts after today's win?
Hard fought, certainly. And, we knew that was going to be a tough game. The second time around, you're more familiar with each other. They played us close the first game. They made it a close game at the end. And, Kylie had been a problem for us the first time to guard. And we thought we had a little bit better plan the second time, but she still managed to torch us on scoring. She's just a tough matchup for us. And then Rhodes came in and gave them a lift too, as well. So, they're a resilient team. They're a tough team. They're very competitive. I was proud of our players for figuring out a way to win the game.
The team starts off pretty well, 7-0 run, go up double digits in that first and second quarter. Like you said, San Diego kind of hung around. What do you think the players are thinking in those moments where, the lead is going away and then you have to tell them to, get back to what they need to do?
I wish I knew what to tell them exactly. I think some of it is, you get a little bit of a lead, you take your foot off the gas pedal and relax a little bit. And that is absolutely the worst thing that you could do, the worst response you can kind of have in that situation, because, every team in our league is capable. Nobody is going to go quietly. And, we have been known to leave a lot of points on the table in terms of how we play. We don't always take advantage of opportunities, and when you don't consistently take advantage of opportunities, you allow other teams to hang around games. And, that was exactly what happened today. But, I thought Olivia came in, gave us a lift off the bench with her minutes. I thought that Megan only played, probably less than 10 minutes, but she probably had two of the most critical plays of the game when she got the offensive rebound and scored, and then knocked down the 2 free throws to kind of seal the win. So, I thought it was a really nice team effort, a good effort from our bench players. And again, just kind of figuring out how to get something done in the fourth quarter there.
Candy doing her normal things on the court, 24 points, was 10 of 11 from the free throw line. What did she do overall to be effective driving to the hoop, getting fouled?
Candy was tough. She had a really tough defensive assignment, and then, we wanted to, with the way the kind of the game was being called, especially in the second half, we wanted to try to get downhill and get to the rim. And Candy did a nice job of that, sometimes with the ball in her hands, sometimes with just really timely cuts to the basket. And then, a couple of times getting offensive rebounds. She just played really tough. She played with a very competitive mentality. And, a lot of times she wills her way to the rim and figures out ways to either get a shot to go in or get herself to the free throw line. But, this is definitely a game that is very characteristic of the way she's capable of playing.
Noelia, overall, it felt like she had a quiet night offensively, but she ended up with 11 rebounds, her second straight double-digit rebounding performance. What can you say about her ability to, get necessary rebounds? Yeah,
we asked her to really step up. We asked the whole team, especially third, fourth quarter, we've got to come up with rebounds. San Diego is a very good offensive rebounding team, and they hurt us with offensive rebounds. So especially fourth quarter, we really asked Noelia to go in there and be tough and go up with two hands, grab the ball. And, I thought she did that. I thought she came up with some big boards. I think drew a foul on one or two of them. And, she is very capable. She is, somebody that continues to improve. She's a very intelligent player, and she's been, really consistent, I think, with how she played and is improving every game.
Ton of fouls called tonight, over 40 free throws between the two teams. We, hit over 75% of them tonight. What can you say about the free throw tonight, and especially the two that Megan hit late?
Yeah, you have to adapt to how the game is being called. And, I thought definitely second half, both teams had opportunities to get to the free throw line. And, that has been something that we've been fairly average at this year, both in terms of how many times we get to the line and then finishing when we do get there. So, like I said, Megan's 2 free throws at the end, and I think Ina hit 2 at the end as well. But, Candy going 10 for 11. I think that was key to the game, key to us being able to come out on top.
And then back here on Saturday against Pacific, what are some things the team can learn from this performance heading into that game?
Well, you have to be engaged for 4 quarters against every single team we play. We just try to emphasize with these guys. Again, it's a young team, and I'm trying not to. I told them in the locker room, I said, you are young, but it is what it is. We can't keep coming back to, you're a young team. This, we expect this, right? You have to grow up, and we have to grow in ways that allow us to not make the same mistakes a second time or a third time, especially second time around against teams that we're playing. But, we need to be ready to play. We need to be the team we're capable of playing, and we need to be that team for 4 quarters, for 40 minutes.